We are on Blue Island. I acquired roses already to kind of set in motion the plan. Yeah, I got some. I resorted to kicking up my island from last year. And there were some roses, so I got a bunch of them. So, it's been a while since we've checked in here, but you haven't really missed anything. Straight up, all I do on this island at this point is just water the flowers, trash the old ones, the ones that I don't care about, and rinse and repeat. And it's been like that for a while now. So, you know, I think I have enough purple tulips now. I think. Pretty sure. These have duplicated to the point where there's quite a few now. What else? These are looking like, yeah, they're heading in the right direction. So, I mean, this I'm still trying. These, I think, are like the basic hybrid res, but I'm going to try another method that seems to work, which is why I needed roses. So, that's the aim of today. I'm going to set up more flowers, but like in the interest of getting this madness under control. So, first things first, I don't need these orange ones anymore, or this. I'm going to clear a bunch, and we'll get going. Also, one thing that that my island from last year happened to have is a legitimate version of this. A legitimate version of this. So I have that. You're gonna get on so you can villager hunt. Good luck. Hopefully it goes better than what mine did. Phallic statue. Okay, but like that's a work of art. Like, yes, there's a dick. The statue's not phallic, it just happens to have a penis, so I don't know. I just need to see if I need it. So I'm gonna harvest these, and I think I can get rid of them right away. Maybe not. Maybe it requires one more, but anyway. At the very least, these are going, and I'll just leave the ones I left at the bottom there. That'll do. Since the purple ones have propagated enough that, yeah, I can just get them. I'm not going to talk about chicken today because I'm kind of hungry. I mean, granted, I did have like a grilled chicken salad bowl sort of thing, and it was good, but it's by no means like extremely filling. I know I just did talk about food, but it's just the explanation as to why I'm not talking about food. Like, I'm aware it counts. But yeah. No purple windflowers. However, I have read that using blues is kind of unreliable, and there is another way to do it. So I'm going to try set that up too. I'm going to set up a couple of alternate methods of getting flowers. And then one way or another, it's going to succeed. I will laugh if I set this up and then it works. Like the other way. Right, not those. Yeah, my thumb is still sore from Hollow Knight a little. Just the one that was touching the D-pad a lot. Hang on, alright, bad. It's always worth checking on Wednesday. So still, I'm in awe that this has not produced a result. Oh. I bought a bunch of shovels that I just placed there. Because all I've been doing is like digging out flowers and watering flowers. So I've kept piles of tools there just ready to go. I just can't believe this is something that, on the daily, it's taking like an hour of my time almost, if not more. Okay, and these are going to get cleared out as well, so we're going to do a bunch of things here. I mean, moved, not cleared out. More work than the real garden. Yeah, no kidding. If I was to have a little herb garden, it would not be this amount of work. I mean, granted, there's no physical labor, but the time sink is definitely a lot more. Okay, so let's move these. But I need to refer to a video. It's effectively a 4-step process with roses. If I can remember it correctly, it's like, what? White roses to get purple roses, then you take those purple and you mix them with red. And then you take that result, which I think is red, and you mix that with yellow. And then you take that result and you isolate them and duplicate them. And then once you've duplicated them enough, then you crossbreed them. And it's not that it's guaranteed, it's more that it's a numbers game. It's a guaranteed to get the good hybrid red that gives you blue. Whereas in the way that I've done it, it's kind of like the odds might be a little higher, but there's no way to tell without testing the flower to see what it produces to know what kind of hybrid it is. So, I don't know. I'm trusting one method's gonna work. These are just gonna be stored here for now. Okay. Hey, Colin, how's it going? But I figured this is not watering, so it's fine to show this. And it's been a while since I've done anything on this island. I had a dream that I was showing people, like, more of those deep dive videos on why the Australian version of something is better. That's where my mind was at yesterday. This is so calm compared to what I was doing before. I feel very calm. I think I have all the purple I'm gonna need. Admittedly, probably overkill, but I want to have more than I need. Okay. Any fun plans for the weekend? Nope. I gotta clean. Other than that, the usual. Yeah, this is gonna take a while. It's gonna be an hour of gardening, if not more. I do need to catch stuff as well, yeah, but let's just leave that for now. I should probably keep my eyes open, actually. Alright, when it's daylight savings, I don't know, September sometime. To be honest, I don't look. It's just whenever it pops up where it's like, hey, it's in 2 weeks, then that's the way I know. It's soon. I just don't know when. The time difference sucks, yeah. Start of October. I was thinking end of September. But I guess it's like roughly the same time. Yeah, it's first Sunday of October. Just under a month. It's more that when the time zone shifts, it's kind of bad in a lot of ways. It's kind of... Well, unless I stream during the day, but I just don't. It's just not... But it means for the Americans, it's like, you know, some of them start watching at roughly midnight, then suddenly it's, you know, when daylight savings hits, it's 2 a.m. So, it's like, yeah, it's not great. It kind of affects Europe a little. Well, because they also do daylight savings, so they also adjust. It depends where they are, but, you know. It does not favor the East Coasters. But, yeah, that is what it is. I've just tried, like, daytime streams a lot, and it just, I don't know. They're quiet. It doesn't work. I think for it to work, I would have to get up at, like, 6 a.m. where it's still okay in Europe. terms of time. But that's the thing. That's what most Australians have to do. The ones streaming from Australia. If you want to be an Aussie streamer, you have to... well, unless you're in Perth, that's a different story. But most Aussie streamers that I know, they get up super early to stream. Or they move to the US if they get a large enough following and, you know, they want to make a career out of it. And both of those things, I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm content. This is a large plot of land that I'm going to dedicate to this process. Specifically the roses. We'll probably remove some pathing as well, just to give me more space. I mean, I don't know if they'll ultimately end up scrapping daylight savings. There's been talk about it a lot, but... I mean, on the one hand, the winter time zone is more convenient for streaming, but on the other hand... it not getting dark until like 8 or 9 p.m. is really nice. I'd kind of prefer to it not get dark early. What? Because they're in the way. Oh, but then I need red to water them. Actually, not at the start. At the start, it's fine. Day 1, it doesn't have to be watered. It's more day 2 when the hybrids need to appear. That's when I need it watered. So I can do the setup. Okay, I mean... let's just roll with this for now. Okay, I need fencing. Do I have a lot of fencing? I do not. Alright. Why is this the wrong way around? There we go. Sure. Okay. This is a large plot of land dedicating to this. Also might look a bit weird. Why would you do that? Oh wow, already? I'm gonna need more fencing than I think. Is that correct? I just need to save visually. How much space is this in Hull? Did I just... Okay, well, who cares? Yes, this is correct. Okay. So the next one needs... And now it's fence. Okay, and now this is why I'm deleting pathing. In the name of progress. I mean, I guess I didn't technically have to. Yeah, maybe I didn't technically have to. I could just do this. I could keep the path and then just have this as the last step. Yeah, okay. Kind of realized it too late. Pre-making the holes. Oops. Whoops. It's this fence. Yeah, I mean, I think that's safe. Okay, so that's... Pretty sure that's correct for that. Okay. Sorry, I'm just referring to this. Alright. Back. No, that's enough room. Okay. You have 100 tickets and you're gonna start the hunt. Good luck. Just do better than I did. Okay. I guess I hit a milestone. That's nice. I'm less broke now with Nook Miles. So, I mean, with this, the reason is use seed bags. Since the genetics are set in stone, you can control it, I guess. That's the reason. But it's a 4-step process. Or 5, technically, once you start the crossbreed. All this effort. Okay. And now these are yellow. And that's the basic setup, and then it's just moving through each step when it's available. Get the purples, breed them with this, get pink, breed them with this, get red, isolate them, duplicate them. Once you have enough, then you crossbreed them. And then eventually that will yield blue. Almost made a mistake though. Okay, that's insane process number 1. Insane process number 2. The windflowers, which is a little less tedious, but still tedious. Actually, I'd still need the fencing. Okay. Do I have the actual windflowers? I mean, even if I don't, I should be able to buy some. I just need white and red ones. Wow, really? Well, there's the red windflowers, but I should be able to buy them. Either leaf or they'll be available here. They have to be. If I can't buy roses on this island, the windflower has to be here. Yeah, there it is. Red and white. Cool. All right. I don't know if I need that many. Okay. Flowers are serious business. So I'm leaving that area in front of the house for the purple, these things, the pansies. It'll fill up. Okay, let me use this to put the fence as a guide. There we go. I'm gonna delete a bunch of blue winter flowers, so taking it down a peg, but it's okay. The only ones that's kind of, well, I just need to leave them be is just these. These will do their thing eventually. Again, I got some sleep. Alright, yeah, have a good night. Rest up. This thing is almost identical. I'm looking for a quick success, that's why I'm planting a lot of them. I'll just invert the pattern here. You can also get a little preview as to how blue and purple kind of mix together. It looks nice for decorating. I should probably change clothes, actually. Keep forgetting. Thumbnail. Oh my god, there's an actual cowboy outfit. More for the grandpappy room. But see, there's two blue ones. Why did I take off my pants? I love how your daughter thinks you can just pull money out of thin air. She and her friend want to be Mario and Luigi of Halloween, and you can just buy 2 costumes and give it to her friend. You don't have to buy anything, just like go bootleg. Let's get a generic green hat, get him a green t-shirt. And then you handwrite the M and the L. Or you get, damn it. Ugh. I'm blanking out. What's the name of that place where you get like dodgy stuff? I'm blanking out. It's known for just knockoff stuff. Someone help. What's the name of this place? It's a site. Temu, thank you. Holy shit. Temu legally distinct superhero plumber outfit. I don't think the kid needs a job. Kids just gotta learn. Just... I think it's an innocent question enough to ask, but... I don't know. Eventually you get with the program, it's like, man, can't have everything. Okay, I just have to mirror this. 1, 2, that. 1, 2, that. 1, 2. I can't do that, so it ends there. Okay. Bad enough you're throwing her a birthday party around Halloween. Guess how much that is. I don't want to know because it's just going to anger me. Like, I'm going to need an antacid because I'll get like just acid reflux or something. I'll have like a visceral reaction and my response will be, you know you don't have to do that, right? It's just because, you know, I grew up and, hey, I was told no. And if something was too expensive, I was told it's too expensive. If it's the sort of money where, like, you could take a holiday or get yourself a computer, you know, 2 things you said you've been wanting, yeah, I'm definitely going to be, like, a little bit sarcastic. Just a little bit. I mean, there's nothing wrong with throwing a party, right? There's nothing wrong with that. It's just more throwing a party that's within your means. That's, I guess, the thing. I'm not saying child should not have party. I'm saying child should not have an extravagant party. Unless you can afford it and, you know, you're doing well and there's no struggles. Then sure, why not? This year she gets an actual party, and yes, you could get a laptop. You could get a laptop with the money you're spending on this party. Alright. I don't know what to say. I mean, lucky kid. Man, the most extravagant party I had as a child was like we got to go to Pizza Hut and we got to go to Sizzler. And that was seen as like, holy crap, my parents are spending a lot of money. Pizza Hut birthday parties were so good though. I miss those. You had bowling parties. Those are good too. Definitely would have been too pricey for us. But still, you know, they're fine. They're affordable. Should hopefully be enough. The idea of this Sizzler birthdays sound fancy. I mean, I only had it once. And it wasn't even just my birthday. It doubled up as my cousin coming back from America. It was like a double event, so it wasn't even just my birthday, but it was still... Yeah. It was very, very, very fancy. How many parties I remember getting as a kid? I got one every year, but it varied. Like, a party was just family coming over, and we would eat together, and then there was a cake, and that was it. No, maybe a friend or two. Wouldn't be a thing where I invited the whole class. Like, I never had a party where more than 2 friends were invited. Like a party where you invited a class. Never. And I wouldn't have wanted to do that anyway. One, my parents were like, 1 or 2 friends. It's like, that's what we can afford. And even then, I was like, I don't want to invite more than that anyway. I have the people that I like. And everyone else is like, yeah, I mean, I spend time with them at school, but, you know. Never invited a class because it just wasn't in the budget. Just, yeah, that's just my childhood. Not a complaint, just how it was. I don't know, it's like, why would you want to invite a class anyway? I don't think any child gets along with every single child. And then there's the dynamics of like parents. Not every parent is going to get along with every other parent. For a 5th party, you did it at a dance studio and it was decently priced. This one's crazy. Hate throwing parties. Then don't throw them. Like, you always have the choice. I mean, throw something small, like, and it's fine. I don't know. I was not unhappy ever. Like, birthdays were birthdays for me. They were still birthdays. But I don't think I ever thought, man, I wish my whole class was here. Man, I wish I had it at an arcade or something, or like McDonald's. Like, that thought never popped in my head. I wish my parents invited 40 people to my to my 8th birthday party. I never had that thought. I wish those 4 people I don't really like were here or hate. Yeah. Yeah. It's okay to say no to children. Like, it's okay to say no. That's fine, man. I'm not saying don't have a birthday. Of course have a birthday, but like, you know, it's okay to set boundaries and be like, okay, this is all we can do. She's not getting a present from you guys. That's her present. Yeah, that's... I don't know what to say to that. I would have gone the other way. I would have gone, okay, here's a present, and you can control how much it costs, and then it's like, but you only get 1 person. Children don't know economics. Like, just... Children don't know economics. It's just... Give them a present and then just be like, yeah, you got a birthday and this is what your birthday is going to be. But again, that only, like, it only comes from a place if money's tight and you're budgeting and you want certain things. It's like, I don't know. I can't believe it. Like, man, as a kid, I don't think I ever would have asked. Okay, a family trip, right? Like, something that we're going to a destination. I don't think I ever asked, can I bring a friend? Like, the thought would have never crossed my mind, because in my mind it would have been like, man, that's going to cost money. Yeah, I mean, one thing it did for me is, like, it definitely made me appreciate stuff more. And the stuff that I personally worked for, it was always, okay, I buy things with my money. I don't do credit cards or anything like that. It's like, if I can't afford it with my money, I can't afford it. There are some exceptions, like a car, sure. That's like, you need that. But I'm not going to go, like, take a credit card to get a TV or something. You know? I'll get that TV when I have the money. And if I want to get that TV, I'll cut back on stuff so I can afford that TV. And I attribute that to my parents setting those kind of boundaries. It's like, yeah, you know, we spend what we can spend. Perfect. You got meringue. Are you saying that you got meringue because you wanted meringue, or you got meringue and it's like, oh no, the curse has begun? Yeah, man, my most expensive birthday was at Sizzler for the family. That would not have cost the price of a laptop. No way. It was definitely extravagant compared to the other stuff, but, like, you know, still very well budgeted. Or, like, going to one of those all-you-can-eat places, but those were, what, like, 15 to 18 per person back then? Something like that. Okay. So what I'm gonna do eventually is I'm gonna clear this of these flowers. I guess I should start from this point because then it's kind of close anyway. What's the best birthday you guys had in terms of like a birthday party? Let's compare notes. Mine was Sizzler, and that was the immediate family, which was my mom, my dad, my brother, me, and my cousin who just came back from the States, and I think my aunt was there too. So that's 6 people. So that was going to like somewhere decent to eat for 6 people. I did have friends, but those were usually at the birthdays that I had at home. Where, you know, the family cooked and money was saved there. Wait, what? Cheese toast? Best birthday ever? Wait, are you saying your best birthday was when you got cheese toast? Do you know what the funny thing is? I don't remember Sizzler. Really. That's why the reference went over my head, is I don't remember it. I don't even remember what I ate. I just know that it was a birthday where it was nice. And there was the buffet and stuff, and it was good. But I don't remember what I ate. The same like the Pizza Hut ones. Like, I know the Pizza Hut one was great. Because it was, you know, eat the pizza you want. And they had the dessert bar and everything, and we just went crazy with that dessert bar. And see, that one, it was cheaper, but I had some friends at that one. It's like 5. Yeah, it was like 4 or 5. But they were close family friends that I went to school with, and yeah. But it was Pizza Hut. It was like, the price was fine. I don't remember the cheese toast thing. Best party was when you got a surprise party and you really wanted one. So one day your aunt took you out for the day, and at the end of the night you went to your grandma's house and was surprised by family with a cake. See, that's nice. But that's a good memory. That's like, you see what I mean? It's like, it's enough. Like, that's already enough. You're very happy with your surprise party. Yeah, I would be too. There was one birthday, and it wasn't mine, but it was a birthday when KFC had a buffet. Very short-lived buffet that they got rid of very quickly. But that was a very good one, too. You went to Disney for your 21st and had your first drink there, so that was your favorite. Okay. That sounds like a good one, too. chicken. Yeah, but it wasn't my birthday. It was just that it was there. The KFC buffet thing was insane. Very short-lived, though. Damn it, I can't move them. But I mean, you know, birthdays were just at little restaurants with the immediate family, and then I guess anything else would be at home with friends. And it would just be like, yeah, parents would make stuff. And that was it. And you know why? It was fun because of the whole, like, Latino thing, right? Like, piñata. That's just, my mom would make a piñata and just fill it with candy. And kids would go nuts for that shit. Didn't have to spend much to do that. And kids had a blast. They talk about it at school as well. Everyone wanted an invite to my party? I wouldn't say that. That was definitely not popular. But, you know, the small group of friends that turned up, they would talk it up. For your first birthday party, your parents got a piñata and didn't know you had to fill it with candy yourself, so the kids were hitting it and nothing came out. That's funny. Yeah. But have I moved them all already? That can't be. I must have. Alright. I'm trying to think. I don't think I ever went to a birthday where the entire class was invited. But I guess where I grew up, it was just, you know, everyone was kind of the same. It's like, you know, people on a budget. So I never experienced that. I mean, I did have a friend where it was like 10 people at their birthday, but it's not a whole class. I just find that idea, I don't know. Maybe because I just haven't experienced it, but it's just... I find it odd. I think out of my classmates, probably less than half were the ones that I kind of talk to on a regular basis. And then my group of friends were just like 5 or so kids. You didn't have a class party either, they didn't like you, aww. But, you know, would it have been something that your parents would have done? If you would have gone, I want to invite my whole class, what would they have said? I can't believe I moved these here. I don't know why I did it. I didn't think it through. Class party, you didn't even bother with your 10-year reunion. Yeah, but wait, 10-year reunion of primary school? We're talking about primary school here, not high school. I definitely would, like, high school did not even look into the reunion. No, high school, fuck that. Plenty of people that are in high school that you just don't know or care about. Primary school would be weird. You went to several. You went to several where the entire class was invited? I never had that. Like, it just never... Don't think I ever went to a birthday where that happened. But granted... Oh, you went to several primary schools. I see. You'd cross the road if you saw someone from high school. I think people from high school just wouldn't recognize me, with the exception of the people that I just hung out with. I was kind of just a background person. You had a thing where, wait, some kid wanted to make another kid jealous and had a birthday and invited everyone except 1 or 2 people. Yeah, see, that's just horrible. And the parents entertained that. They would have been like, how come those 2? I mean, granted, if it's a case that the child truly gets along with everyone else except those 2, then fine, but seems unlikely. But your sister for a 10th invited 4 friends to go see a movie, and was cornered on a slide and was going to get beat up for not inviting them. What? Man. Insane. I mean, usually the excuse for confrontation was like, my parents said no, and that would be the end of it. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say where I grew up was nice either. that sort of thing wouldn't happen. Yeah. I mean, that sort of stuff happened in high school for me, not primary school. Like one of the classes I took at another school. Just sitting there in class one day, and then some dude put another dude's head through the classroom glass. I wish I could remember what Sizzler was like, but that was the sort of thing that by the time I guess I had solid enough memories, that place shut down, at least here in Victoria. I know it remained open in other states, but not here. Sizzler cheesy bread was the shit. I don't remember the cheesy bread at all. That's the thing. I think it was either my 5th or 6th birthday, so it's like very formative early memories. But I guess the reason will probably be just you guys went before it closed and I didn't. I guess you're also a little older than me, but still. Man, I promised we wouldn't talk about food, and here we are. I promised myself that. Caved pretty quickly. The Vaseline thing. Putting Vaseline on yourself for things to slide off. Yeah, that's like boxing tech. But see, that probably makes it wilder, because I bet it was like an uncle or father that told them to do that. To get like an advantage. There's no way they came up with that, and like an adult told them that. I mean, I definitely had like a couple of aunts and uncles that would, you know, as long as you didn't start the fight, you damn well had to fight back. They'd be like, all right, here's what you do. You were put into a locker once? Shit. I don't think I had anything like that happen. The only thing I had, and I've talked about it, is like people making fun of my voice or how I spoke. And in high school, some of the Australians just like being racist. But they were kind of stupid for doing that because they were kind of the minority at that school. And they did get comeuppance. I think the one time I did, like, kind of break was, my mom was always, like, giving me and my brothers just, like, you need to take care of your clothing. You need to take care of your stuff. Because I used to just, I guess, roughhouse and stuff. There'd be many a time that, you know, the knees on my school pants would tear, like, ever since forever. Shoes would get scuffed and just, you know, that sort of thing. And it happened, and then she got me some new ones. And, you know, she was like, please, you gotta, like, really, like, look after these. We need you to not need clothes for a while. And I was like, all right, yeah. I could sense, you know, look after it. You had to, like. So I was like, all right, these ones I'm gonna take care of. And I went to an effort. And man, just this guy that just kind of purposely messed around with anyone. Just basically anyone that was an immigrant, if I'm gonna be blunt. Yeah, he kind of on purpose shoved me and I fell to the ground and these new pants ripped at the knees. And, you know, in the moment I didn't react at all. I was kind of like, all right, whatever. I kind of felt really shit all day. And some of my friends were just, you know, telling him off, backing up. And at the end of the day, we had sport P. And so it was, we were playing soccer. And this guy was on the opposite team. And, you know, he's, again, talking smack, being an idiot. Particularly to, like, some of the Eastern European guys. He, like, said some insensitive shit to their situation, basically. And, like, they were extremely pissed off. And so, you know, they were going to the teacher to tell, you know, what had happened. And then here comes this guy again, walking towards me. And, you know, he kind of bumps me again on purpose and does the sarcastic sorry thing. And in that moment, I kind of, like, just whited out, basically. But I threw him against the wall, and I, like, laid 6 punches into his stomach, and then he was on the ground. And the only reason I was able to get away with it was because my Eastern European friends, they distracted the teacher as they were talking, you know, about what this dickhead was saying. And then when the guy, like, the teachers saw that this guy was on the ground, they all came over running. Like, what happened? And every other person just said, oh, they just collided. They didn't say that I threw a punch or anything. Like, every other person backed me up that I didn't do anything. And the guy, to save face, said, yeah, that's what happened. And then he didn't fuck with me again, ever again. Like, that was it. That was the last time he did something to me. That's the only one time that I ever got into a fight, like, in school. And I didn't get in trouble for the pants because I explained the whole thing. I was like, yeah, this is what happened. I don't remember. All I remember is just the moment that he bumped me, like, really fucking hard, and did, like, a sarcastic thing on his face. And I almost fell over again. And I think in that moment, like, I just thought about the pants again. And then the next thing I remember, he's just, like, on the ground. Kids are assholes. Anyway, since we're sharing, like, just getting stuck in lockers and people just being shitty people. I think that was the one bully I had in high school. Everyone else was pretty decent. Like, I got along with practically everyone. Just... that was the one circumstance where it was just, yeah, this guy was just... had his own things, you know? Was miserable about stuff, so he just kind of lashed out on everyone. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'd like to think the guy changed, but the guy kind of had his preconceived notions about certain people. Let's just say that. And I'm not sure his mind would get changed, ever. Anyway, on a more positive note, this gardening adventure's almost done. I've set up what I want to set up. So the idea is going to be this field here is going to be replaced with the new hybrid blues that I'm going to make. Well, actually not even hybrid blues. They're going to be red. So this is going to be white making blue, blue mixing with red, making a new red. And then once I have those new reds, they come here. So, but I'm leaving this field here for now, just on the off chance that blue plus blue equals purple. It can. It's just, I need this to end. I think some older lads tried to bully you and you didn't understand that's what they were doing. And they found out your brother was the biggest bloke in school and fucked off. Yeah, I mean, it's like textbook bullies, honestly. I was just at the start of high school. Like, towards the end, it was different. I think everyone kind of got along because it was a kind of a form of solidarity. Because most people, like, at that school, it was, yeah, their parents came to Australia as refugees. So it was like, that was fighting, but by the time we got to like our senior years, everyone was pretty okay with one another. It was rare that there was a scuffle amongst our year level. Yeah, year 11 and 12 were pretty chill. It was the earlier years that were the ones that, I guess, I don't know, preteens. And that's also, like, roughly the time that people stopped saying shit about my voice or how I spoke. I guess it makes sense. It's like people becoming adults and not shitty children. But also, I guess I was better spoken at that point. That's why I like the show Freaks and Geeks, is like, that kind of circle of friends kind of reminds me a bit about high school. Especially, yeah, where we hung out, it was kind of at the back of the school, and it was just a group of us. Okay. That's all set up. So, I mean, I'm not going to check in on this literally the next day, but, you know, expect that this is, over the next few days, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to continue with the current methods and hope that they do produce a result, and they might. There's still a chance. But the plan is to just try these other methods as well. They're a little more reliable. But they do involve a bunch of steps. So these are the steps set up. White roses, get purple, blend purple with red, get pink, blend pink with yellow to get red. Take those reds, separate and put them somewhere, most likely here. Duplicate them enough times to get a field, and then that becomes the ones that will eventually produce blue. These ones will be white to get blue, blue with red to get another version of red. Then once I have that version of red, isolate them and, you know, same thing. Man, what a process. Animal Crossing players are really patient. I think I should be able to get rid of these too. The one thing I'm happy about high school is that I had 1 year less of high school. Ultimately. I'm just going to ignore that. I don't need that. We're good. I graduated early. Yeah, so I started school early and then I jumped a year in high school. I didn't do... So high school for us is years 7 to 12. I didn't do year 9. So in year 7, in 6 months, I did year 7. In year 8, sorry, in year 7, I did 6 months year 7, 6 months year 8. And then in year 8, you do the equivalent of year 9, and then you just go straight to year 10. So I was like 16 and done with high school, and then 19 and done with university. Which was nice, but it had its drawbacks. Smart? I mean, high school level smart. High school grades don't really mean anything. I think I was more creative than smart, to be honest. There were plenty of people that were smarter than me in that class. It was just... I think the creativity factor, that's what did it for me. Like, my strongest suits were in writing and... I mean, my math was alright, but I guess I didn't pursue it. But mainly like creative stuff, writing, graphic design, or visual communication as it was called. They wanted me to do debating. I didn't do debating, but I probably could have done debating. Meanwhile, you almost didn't graduate high school. There's nothing wrong with that. I know people that didn't graduate high school and do the same thing that I do. That's what I'm saying. High school doesn't mean shit. University also. I mean, with the exception of certain professions, right? Like medicine, law, those kind of things, they matter. But like, you know, I know people that do the same thing I do and they took a different path. One that, you know, didn't involve finishing high school or going to university. And they arrived at a similar place. Yeah, I'm definitely not the type to look at someone and be like, oh, you didn't finish high school. Blah, 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 blah. I'm not like that. No, high school isn't for everyone. There's like that classic cartoon where it depicts like a bunch of animals trying to climb a tree. And it's like, I'll see if I can find it, but more or less it's like, why would you be upset at an elephant not being able to climb a tree? It's like sometimes it's just people aren't good at things. There's nothing wrong with that. They will find something they're good at. It's just, school in general is just such a blanket thing. I don't know, I'm of the opinion that schools should teach more about life. And being able to take advantage of systems that exist where you live. I mean, don't get me wrong, all that other stuff, I'm sure, like, yeah, literacy is important. But there's plenty of subjects where I would have been like, man, I would have liked to have known about, you know, the fundamentals of starting a business or something like that, instead of, I don't know, like learning how to sew. It's like, that hasn't come up once. And it wasn't even good. It was like I didn't even learn to sew. Not to shit on the skill, but you know, what I learned was definitely not that. Or like, okay, I understand physical activity is important, but like dedicating, let's say, half of that time to something else that I had an interest in, or just life stuff in general, I don't know. I feel like it would have been a choice, like, hey, you want to pursue sport because sport is your thing, pursue it. Wait, mystery mark? I missed that. What's mystery mark? I don't think we have that in Victoria either. I think the closest thing I can imagine would be like the near pass. Where it's like special circumstances. They award a pass, even though it's not technically a pass. It's not handed out very often, but it's a thing. What's passing grade? I have no idea what it is now. If it's changed or not. But I mean, it's anything above a 50. It's a pass. As long as it's above a 50%. Anything under is a fail. It's like what, 50 to 59 is passed, and 60 to 69 is D, 70 to 79 is C, etc., etc. .65 is a pass. It's a pretty high standard. And then university like works on a different system altogether. I mean, the other thing about education is Australia is like it's a moving bar as well in terms of what people talk about. So like the grading systems in terms of what gets you into university changes constantly. And it differs from state to state. So it's like I know the stuff that like I got, the number, whatever it was called, that doesn't exist anymore. ATAR? Nah, it wasn't ATAR. Ours was Enter. It was like... I forgot what it stood for. It was something like Education National Tertiary Admissions Rank or some crap like that. Just making... Oh, wait, I forgot to check the pansies. One more stack of it, so I'll let him grow out one more time. Yeah, I mean, I got into what I wanted to, and the feeling was good. Because in the lead up, I mean, I don't want to like, okay, how can I phrase this? All right. There were a group of people in my life. Their kids were a bit older than mine. And, they went to a private school. And pretty much throughout our childhoods, the parents would always be like super proud that their kids were going to a private school. And they would always make backhanded remarks at me and my brother going to a public school. But you know, whatever. Anyway. Their kids were a couple of years ahead of me. And, you know, they finished high school. The way it works here is like, you know, you get your score, and then based on what you've applied for, universities will send you letters of offers, and they do that in rounds. So there's first round, which is pretty much immediately after exams, and those are like the students that have gotten good grades, or, you know, the universities in the creative fields are like, yep, we want this student. After that, a bit of time passes, then they do second round, where it's like, okay, you know, some people have accepted, some have declined, and they send another round of offers. Then there's the third and final round, and if you don't get in there, you haven't gotten in, basically. And so, you know, their kids did not get in. So in the lead up to my exams, because we had to see these group of people pretty frequently, it was just a social situation that, yeah, you know, they were around. But for about 3 months, they were just like almost at every opportunity. They were just like telling me and my parents to not expect much because their kids didn't get in, basically. I was like, what hope did I, a lowly public school student, have if their kids could not get in? Them not knowing a thing about me, or like the grades I was getting, or anything like that. Never mind that. It was just me going to a lowly public school, particularly one that, you know, wasn't exactly in the best of areas. Anyway, I finished my exams. You know, again, the comments still came through. And first round offer pops in. It's the one I wanted, and my name's in the newspaper along with all the other kids that have a first round offer. Did not see those people for a year. Like, that was the last, like, I saw them for a year. Usually they went out of their way to come over, and it's like, nah. That was it. Yeah, that's the only part of it that felt good. Like, getting in, it was fine, you know? I either way, I was like, okay, well, I want to do what I want to do, and if I don't get in, that's fine. Like, I have a plan B. Either way, I was fine. But just, I never, like, rubbed it in their faces or anything. Just that, like, notion of them backing off for that amount of time, that was satisfying. You feel like the difference here is that they got into a private school because they had the finances, and saying shit like that, is the act of a complete ass. Yeah, yeah. But you know, I didn't get an extremely high score. For context, like I don't want to make it sound like I got like a very high smart score. That wasn't it at all. It was to get into the degree I wanted to. It was on merit of like what your skills were and also on what you got. But the weighting of that was leaning more towards on the merit of what you could do. But either way, you know, their kids wanted to get into a similar field and they did not. So, where did I put my bait? Did they have to retake a test? No, that's not how it works here. It's like, when you finish high school, the grades that you get in high school get averaged out to a number. And that number represents your rank in the country relative to other students. And so, a university will be like, to apply for this degree, you need a rank of at least 80 or higher. And you can still apply if you didn't get 80, but your odds are like lower. But that being said, like, let's say you got a 70 and you applied for a degree that's asking for an 80, you could still get in, like, second round. There's still a chance you could get in. It's just someone with a 90 applying for a course that's asking for an 80 is like a shoo-in, basically. So I think my score was like exactly what it needed to be, more or less, for the course. But I know they were convinced. It was like, well, you didn't like excel. Or something. I don't know what their train of thought was. Point is, it shut them up. Like, that was it. What did they end up doing? I mean, one of them just went into trades instead, and the other, I can't remember what they ended up doing. Something completely unrelated. But it was, they went to like a trade, it's not a trade school, it's like a tech school. It's something that basically didn't have a score that you needed to get in. It was just, as long as you had English and math, that's all you needed. You know, they make a living, they're fine. It's nothing, that's the thing, like, these comments are about their parents, not the kids. The kids I got along with. And sure, sometimes, like, they would parrot what their parents said as well. But I think it's just because they didn't knew any better. I don't think they genuinely believed it. But yeah, don't let people saying stuff that it comes from like a place of their own insecurity get you down. And also, oh, there you go, there's new. It's like, there's more than one way to achieve something. Sometimes it's not always the easiest path. And all that stuff doesn't matter in hindsight. No one asks about your high school education after a certain point. I think the one time that, yeah, they were right is like when those choirs would turn up looking for new singers and they'd be like, you're not getting a card. Yeah, no, that's fair. I wonder if they still do that. They didn't know what they were talking about. Yes, they did. I can't sing. And also me as a child sounded different, so maybe they did know what they were talking about. I don't know why I'm bothering with that one. I think one form of just ultimate, just proving school isn't necessary is to just look at the people. There's a few streamers where they have like college or university educations and then they just gave that stuff up because they were not happy and now they do streaming as a career and they're able to, but it's like, yeah, you can make a living and not have to go through all that. It's definitely a thing. As long as you're able to, yeah. I mean, there's a guy I went to university with, who did what I do as a career for about 6 years, and then they went into construction instead. They just didn't like dealing with people, so they went into construction, and they are much happier. Hey, there we go. That's one of the ones I'm looking for. Get that, it'd be satisfying building shit. Yeah. I think for him it was more just about interactions with co-workers were more simple. If that makes sense. It's like there was less kind of office politics and then dealing with clients, really. Like, it can be gross depending on where you work. And yeah, he just liked being outdoors and just liked doing things with his hands. That was it. So. I mean, the guy still dabbles and stuff, right? But, like, he doesn't do it as a job. It's just to mess around with things. What is this? Eating a banana sideway. Considers a bit of an unpeeled orange. Eats cereal with a fork. What? I don't know what my central point of this, I guess, is tonight. I'm just talking. If I'm being real, I'm kind of hungry. Wait, so my family's from South America. Do you know what? Do you guys have, like, real tacos, quesadillas ever? Well, Central America, but quesadilla for us is, like, a different thing. We don't really have it. But tacos, yeah. I mean, I can make my own tortillas. But yeah, I mean, I grew up like a Latino upbringing. It's all the foods. Sometimes meals was like bean soup with rice. I mean, the staple is like pupusas, which is... It's a stuffed, thicker tortilla. But, you know, basic filling is just cheese. You can do cheese, pork belly, beans. I mean, I think the national one is like loroco, which is like a flour. So they do one with that. I don't know the English word. I'm not sure it has one, but it's a flour. And then they mix that in. And then, yeah, like have it with a salsa and like this thing that is pickled vegetables, but it's mainly cabbage, carrot, and I think onion? I can't remember. But it's all very good stuff. You get a picture. Yeah. I mean, that's a pretty decent one. I want one that paints a good picture of it. But this is like staple dish. Can just eat so many of these. It's actually kind of making me hungry. I said I wasn't going to talk about food. But like, since the question was asked, and it is to do with my heritage, which is not crystal clear by the sound of my voice. I get that. But, you know, I am like I was born over there. Yeah, minority, I guess, in school. Okay, so I got a few pictures. So, I mean, this is how it's usually served, right? This is what they look like. They're about the size of a hand. Okay. So that middle thing is like a salsa. It's just tomato, usually. Tomatillo. Sometimes they make it spicy, but, you know, most people don't. And you just pull them apart with your hands, and the filling is either cheese and bean, cheese, pork belly, bean, cheese, zucchini, loroco, cheese. I mean, there's a bunch of different ones. And that thing in the top right, the salad, is curtido, which is like pickled carrot, cabbage. I think that's onion. And it's cold. It's like fresh. So you have like this fresh salad. You have this warm thing. And then the salsa that you kind of dip it in. So it's like you have this crisp salad with like, you know, it's pickled, right? And there's, I guess, like a cross section of a basic cheese one. You know, it has a cheese pull. And then these are the loroco ones, which is that flour I was telling you guys about. So it's like a flour bud and it goes in the middle. No, there it is again. What else is there about them? The flour that it's made out of. This is the thing about making these is you need a very specific flour. Like as in, you know, it's maíz, which is like a corn thing that dates thousands of years. It's like one of the oldest foods in Central America, to my knowledge. But it's made out of corn. But you need a very specific type. And to find that specific type, man, like, Salvadorians here will drive to the opposite side of, like, the country or state to find flour. There's also families that deal with it. It's a whole intricate thing. Masa. It's like masa, yeah. It's basically that. I mean, masa just means dough, but yeah. I mean... if I can find it. I don't think I can find it. There was a particular brand. I was gonna get it, but I don't know where it is. Anyway, I'll look at it later. Back to fishing. Oh my god, I found it. I don't think I found it. Maybe it is masa. Yeah, okay. No, it is. This is the sort of thing. This specific bag is like the stuff that my parents, anyone just will go to extreme means to try and find a bag of this shit. Specifically this. It has to be this one. It has to be this one. So, you know, take note of it. But it's specifically that one. I think it does come in a few designs, but like that sort of thing. They're pretty easy to make. It's no different than just like how you would make dough for something else. And then you just kind of stuff cheese and stuff into it, your basic one. Cooking with, well, nah. Do you know, the reason people want streamers to cook is because there's always a likelihood they'll mess it up. Now granted, the pancakes, the eggnog pancakes, they were more of an experiment than me legitimately cooking. But I don't get flustered when I cook. I can cook. It's like there's no like me. You want to learn? Well, there's YouTube channels that do that. If you actually want to learn, there's better sources. Go. It's like YouTubers that actually have the space and the resources to do that. Not me. Yeah, I'm telling you, like, watching me cook, it's not content. It's not content at all. There's no, like, unless baking is probably the only thing where it's like, yes, I could fuck that up very easily. But I don't like baked goods. Like, I don't eat sweet stuff. At all. Really. Like, it's just, if it's around, then sure, but I don't go out of my way to get it. I went and saw my parents this weekend, and like my dad had bought a bulk purchase of chocolate bars that he got cheap, and he tried to get me to take some, and I was like, nah, I'm good. I didn't want them. Like, I just didn't want them. That's why I don't bake. Really, it's just, I don't know. The food doesn't interest me as much as like cooking. I was like, I'm not gonna eat these. You'll be lucky if I eat one over the course of like a month. I still have Tim Tams in my pantry that have been there for a couple months now, and I still haven't dug into them. And I got them because I was like, okay, if I don't get these now, like, they're a limited flavor, so I won't be able to have them when I do want to have one. You know? Oh, okay. Yeah, that picture in Discord. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just brand loyalty. I honestly don't know the difference. I just know that that specific brand is like what all the Salvadorian families seek out here in Melbourne. That bag. Anyone from El Salvador that grew up here will be like, yes, that bag. Like, the amount of effort parents go to get that specific bag. I don't need this. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe the other ones are fine. And they'll do the job. They might even be better. I don't know. But the one that I showed, that is the one that, like, every family that I know goes after that type. And will pay just stupid prices and drive stupid distances to get it. My parents currently drive, like, so they live a couple of hours away from me, right? To get that bag, they drive to a place that's still 30 minutes away from me. That's how loyal they are to that. It is a pretty high commitment, but it speaks, like, you know, the food, the output speaks for itself. I asked them where they got it from. And immediately they were like, just take a bag for yourself. Like, here, take this. I'm like, no. The reason I'm asking is because I have this conversation constantly. Like, about, you know, these things. And everyone asks, where do you get this stuff? And my response is always, I don't know. It's usually like some family dealing the bag. It just sounds like a drug trade, but it's dude, it's food. It's flour. But now I have an answer. Yeah, man, like growing up, there'd be a phone call and it would be like, so-and-so have the masa. And immediately, like, my mom would drop everything and we'd go for a drive and go buy it before everyone else did. Like, it was that sort of thing. But, yeah, I mean, it's like that with... Oh, nice, got it. It's like that with a lot of things. It's like sometimes to do a recipe justice, like, you have to have this one particular ingredient. And it has to be that one. It has to be that one. Don't think I have you either. Did they scare it off or did I miss? What happened? Yeah, I'm an idiot. Like, I've been talking about food for the last hour and now I'm hungry. I think I'm gonna have to get something to eat and then just like watch something and try and sleep. I shouldn't have done that, but like now the thought is in my mind. I don't know. Something adjacent something that potentially has cheese, a cheese pull to it, is in order. Yeah, it's the talk of the cheese, and honestly, the thing that did it for me is like the pork belly. Because those are my favorite ones, like the pork belly cheese ones. That meat pie pizza, it's not available anymore. And it's just one of those things that I wouldn't get on my own anyway. It's just too much. Yeah, I mean, the meat pie pizza we just talked about because it's a pizza abomination. And that's our entry into the pizza abominations. I mean, I do have One Piece to catch up. Maybe I can, like, watch some One Piece or something. Oh, I guess I don't need it. Okay. Never mind. Sea creatures, there's a few out now. Okay. Sorry if I haven't been keeping up 100% with chat, but if I'm being completely honest, during the fishing, I was closing my eyes a lot because otherwise I fuck it up. You got Rosie 43 tickets. Congratulations, you succeeded. I'm happy for you. But it did not turn like it did for me. Well, wow, that was instant. Okay. Thanks for generosity, man. What's even open at this hour on a Wednesday? Not really a whole lot of options. Looking at what I can do because I'm hungry. This is a bad idea though. No, okay. I decided. One of the local pizza places is still open. And they're doing for the next half hour, so we'll go with that. It has cheese pull. It satisfies the requirement of cheese. I just had to, like, immediately just go bang, just whatever the last order was. Because they were going to stop accepting orders. And then whatever I don't eat, leftovers for tomorrow. It's win-win. I can control how much I eat. as well. I can just have a slice, maybe 2, and then leave the rest. Jealous. Can't get anything at this hour. Yeah, I need to go get some groceries. I need to get some emergency supplies. I think all I have as far as like emergency late night snack stuff at the moment is instant ramen. And I just didn't feel that. I need to get more pot stickers and stuff like that. And I can just steam some things if I get hungry. Delivery is so expensive. I agree, but the differences in expensive comparing, you know, what I deem expensive is definitely, yeah. It's definitely expensive for you, given what you've described in the past. Whereas for me, it's like, yeah, I mean, at this hour, it's like $34, but it's a pretty big pizza. But again, that's Australian. So that's like really what, like 28 US? Something like that. No tip and taxes included. Yeah, it's not bad. Like it does, it's fine. Whereas in Colorado, how much do you pay for? List how much you pay for a pizza in New York. Like I can't. Oh man. So mine's like 28 delivered. It's a family-sized pizza. 28 US. $80 for 2. 1 cheese and pepperoni. Okay. So cheese here is like the most basic of basic. I got like a non-basic pizza. Same with pepperoni. Is like a basic pizza. A cheese and a pepperoni pizza they usually charge less for. So is that $80 not including tax and not including tip, right? You paid $21 for a family-sized take and bake. That's well priced, I think. I mean, here, what, it's like a Coles one? It's like 18, something like that? I can't remember. I'd have to, I haven't gotten one in a long time. But not the frozen ones, like the ones that you just take home and throw in an oven. And they have like a real dough. Most people just use them as a base and then they throw more things on them. But they're about $18 Australian. With tax, not tip, yeah. So that's, I mean, I can't convert, but it's like 120 Australian for 2 pizzas, which is insane. Not even in Melbourne, we have like the Italian district, right? Where they have wood fire proper pizzas. Not even pizzas from those places would cost that much here. Like you'd be paying 30 Australian, well, just for pickup. Delivery would probably be like 40. But we're talking like a good, like real good dough, real good ingredients, like from the Italian district. It would, two of those pizzas would not add up to that much. Not even close. But honestly, like Costco pizzas, they're pretty damn good. Or Aldi. Like, just the ones that, they're in the fridge aisle, not the frozen aisle, the fridge ones. The ones where it's just, yeah, refrigerated and they have ingredients and you just take them home and you bake them. They're great. This is like a part 2 of yesterday's discussion about the price of chicken. Now we're on to the price of pizza. It's so weird because growing up with my cousins in LA, like, it sounded like it was the opposite. It sounded like we were paying more for food and fast food here. They would talk about the stuff they would get, and it was cheaper than here. But I think in I don't know, the last decade, I feel like it's flipped. Like, I feel like stuff in Australia is cheaper. Okay, $69.74 plus tip. That's still expensive, but not $80. Not anymore. Prices are going crazy. Yeah, that's messed up. Want to get mad at what? Go on. Can't get any fast food meal for under 20. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's kind of the case here with... Well, actually, that's not true. Like, McDonald's is on the edge of that. KFC is still fine. KFC is still okay. For this birthday party, you had to order pizza for all the kids and adults, and you had to order 10 pizzas, and it came to $200. $200 US, and that's not including tip, right? Not with tip, man. But I guess the pizzas you have are bigger though, right? Like, my impression was, particularly in New York, the size of one is significantly bigger. Yeah, I mean, let's not go too far into tipping culture, right? I don't want it to be too extremely doom and gloom. But I agree that, you know, tipping culture sucks and you work with what you've got. Yeah, like it's just everywhere else in the world doesn't have it. And it just doesn't make sense that, like, yeah. It used to be this thing about rewarding people, and now it's more of a thing where just poor people are guilt-tripping one another to make ends meet, which kind of sucks. Yeah, I have the same opinion of it. And, you know, again, this comes from the perspective, the people, like, anyone that talks bad about tipping culture, it's not that they're shitting on people that you know, work for tips. That's not it at all. It's like you do what you have to do to survive. It's more that, you know, the context is other countries, you know, non-America. We don't have that. And it's because people get paid a wage that covers that, you know? And that's just it. That's just it. We come from a place where it's like, that's just not the norm here. And everyone kind of just hears stories about how hard people work to make tips. And it's like, yeah, we don't want that here. There's so many hidden costs just buying things. Here, when I talk about, you know, the price of my pizza, I said what it was. That's the price of the pizza. There's no tipping. There's no tax. That is the price. I mean, there is tax, but it's already included. It is what it is. You don't get a bill and then suddenly they're asking for like a large amount of money on top of what you already paid. And you don't see it coming. You get blindsided. And then you feel guilty because the people working, like, it's just not a thing here. And it's not just Australia. It's just most countries. Anyway. That's all I'll say on that. I like to follow on the example of just... I don't think I have any right to complain about it beyond, like, just saying, I wish things will get better. And that it's a system I don't agree with, and that's about all I can say. What am I trying to find underwater? A couple of sea creatures. The new ones for the month, but to be honest, I haven't had any luck. Because of course not. You're getting hungry now, but at least it's an hour for you that you can do something about it and it's fine. Me, I should not be doing this. And there's a slight chance I might not even get it. Like maybe they're closing and they're like, nah, not gonna fulfill it. It depends how busy they are, we'll see. Don't eat till lunch, not a breakfast person. Yeah, neither. I think the only time I have breakfast is if I have something to do and I need to get stuff done. It'll be like a coffee and a small thing. But otherwise, I can make do without. And then lunch is something alright. Yeah, you go into brunches, you want a burger, not eggs or a bagel. Really? Brunch? I mean, here maybe the places I've been do it different, but brunch is like the breakfast and the lunch menu are open. So you can get either. At least in my experience, I don't know. Maybe it's just the places I've gone to. It's usually more breakfast foods. Huh. Nah. Not here. Never minded brunch when you were working construction. Go to the cafe and get the big, big breakfast. The big, big breakfast is a staple. If you want breakfast but at midnight, there's nothing stopping you. Recently I made like bacon and eggs at midnight. They were good. I don't know. I don't think food should be isolated to a time of day. It's like if you're feeling it, you're feeling it, man. Like, why does it have to be relegated? Oh, you're not allowed to have the bacon and eggs combo past 11:30 in the morning. What? No. Have it whenever you want. I wonder if that's just a result of fast food that we've been trained to think that, you know? Because McDonald's doesn't serve breakfast after a certain hour, then no one makes bacon and eggs after a certain hour. I wonder if it's just a result of that sort of thing, you know? I think Turban Shell is new to this month. Let me check. Yeah, it is too. Okay, I did get one. Yeah, I wouldn't say anything to anyone that wants to have breakfast foods late at night. There's nothing wrong with that. You know the old saying, like, that they say that's 5 o'clock somewhere? It's like, yeah, it's 10 a.m. somewhere. Let me eat my bacon and eggs in peace. Sure. The turban shell is snail. The turban shell is a sea snail with a rather nifty trick up its sleeve, a shell. You see, this snail carries a hard, round, button-like operculum wherever it goes. What is an operculum, you ask? Why, it's a trapdoor of sorts. When danger approaches, the snail slips into its shell and pulls as this trapdoor closes over the opening. Thus, it is locked safe and sound. Bravo, I say, bravo. Yeah. It's an hour later and we're still talking about food. I wasn't going to talk about food tonight. I said I wasn't. Broken that promise multiple times. Tell you what, like, I'm gonna, if this order comes through, there's still a little doubt. It's not until it's like delivery person says yes. But if it comes through, I'm gonna just eat the pizza and take the fattest nap. Or the sleep, I guess. It's not really a nap. It's like falling asleep. It reminds you of the Faulty Towers thing. Don't mention the war. That's a classic bit. But the guy had a concussion, though. That's why he kept doing it. You ever had that? You ever had that where you're looking forward to a meal and you know that after you're done with it, you're going to fall asleep? And it's not even like this is an old man or an old person thing. Dude, I used to do that as a teenager. Don't understand how food keeps being brought up. I'm not keeping track. I mean, sometimes it's me, sometimes it's chat. It's just... It is what it is. We're fatties. You don't have to be fat to be into food. It's like, there's not necessarily a correlation between weight and enjoying food. I mean, admittedly, I'm getting a pizza late at night. That probably doesn't really help my case, but I'm not going to eat the whole thing. I am looking for the Nautilus shell and a squid that is like bioluminescent squid. Which I asked about last night. If like you could be bioluminescent, would you be bioluminescent? If there was a way where you could glow in the dark, would you do it? Can you imagine being a raver and bioluminescent? Yeah, man. No, it would keep you awake. What if you were to... What if, like, it... I guess you were used to it. Like, let's say it didn't keep you awake. If you remove the hurdle of, like, it keeping you up. Or, better yet, it's something that you can turn on and off. Like, some creatures can turn things on and off. Just as bad as wearing socks to bed. What are you talking about? Like, being bioluminescent is as bad as wearing socks to bed? I have a larger sample size. Wearing socks to bed, yes or no? Then everyone can see you. How many people are in your bedroom? Or are you just talking about outside? But then everyone's bioluminescent, I guess. Outside, alright, got it. No, no, no. What if it's cold and your feet are cold? I'm talking fresh pair of socks. You put them on because it's cold. And they're only used in bed. You have an electric blanket. Okay. Man, I'm kind of on my own on this sock thing. Your feet tend to stick out the undercovers 90% of the time, so you run hot sometimes. Especially in winter, so you just don't overheat. Right. Okay. Better question. Is wearing socks to bed, do you see it as being gross? Because there's two types. There's like, there's the need to wear them, right? Is very different to... It's not gross. No. Okay, thank you. Okay. Because I have heard a side of the argument where wearing socks to bed is gross. And, you know, I've heard many different things, but usually it's got to do with your feet getting sweaty. And I'm like, humans sweat. You sweat in bed. You don't realize you sweat. That ship has sailed. Like, you're going to sweat in bed, with or without socks. Your pillow has sweat on it. Like, people sweat in bed, with or without socks. So it's like, if sweat is your concern, I hate to break it to you. The reason you have to wash sheets and blankets and all that thing is because guess what? Sweat is accumulating in them and they start to smell or they start to turn color. Otherwise, you wouldn't need to wash them because there's no... Like, why would you wash something if they're not becoming funky? The reason they're becoming funky is because you're sweating. And other thing, let's just ignore the adult things, right? Obviously that, but... Yeah. Sweat is also a thing. That just happens when you're in bed. It's the funky feet smell from socks. But if you take let's say you took a shower, your feet are clean, you put on a fresh pair of socks and get into bed. How is there a funky smell? The funky smell comes from wearing shoes. Like, socks that you've worn when you've gone outside and they've been in shoes, yes, they smell. But if you've taken a shower before bed and before getting into bed, you pop on a fresh pair of socks. Just because it's cold outside and you want your feet to be a little warmer. What's wrong with that? I don't see that as gross. Now that is I would say it's a personal choice, but I would never call it gross. But I have heard it. There is a subset of people that find it gross. I'm not finding this thing. This is the second lap. And I still haven't found it. On that subject, your cousin and you used to live together. Man has the stinkiest feet you've ever encountered. You once sprayed Febreze into them, hoping to lessen the impact. Unfortunately, they mixed together to make a scent so tremendously horrifying, you just left for the day. Took his shoes to a friend's house and threw them in the bonfire. Did he wear socks to bed? If he didn't wear socks to bed, that's kind of my point, is like, feet are going to be gross with or without socks. You're gonna sweat with or without socks. You don't think you did? Yeah. That's why I don't think it's like a rational concern, sweat. Because sweat comes from other sources when you're in bed. I will wear socks to bed. A fresh pair of socks, not the ones that I wore for the day. Before I get into bed, I'll take off, any socks I was wearing that day, throw them in the laundry hamper, put on some new socks, get into bed because it's cold. And that's the only time. Every other time, barefoot. That's so much extra laundry? What do you mean? It's 2 socks. That's not extra laundry. You make it sound like I'm doing like 50 extra pairs of socks. It's like one cold night. It's 2 socks. 2 socks a day? No, it's... You're changing your socks daily, more or less. With or without the bed thing. If you get one cold night, it's 1 extra pair of socks. And even if it was 2 socks a day, it's 14 socks in a week. 14 socks can fit into the palm of my hand. What are we talking about? Like if you roll them up and you put them in a stack, you can hold them in your hands. 14 socks can fit in your hand. Yes, flatten them. Lay them flat and stack them on top of each other. Like, go grab 14 socks that aren't rolled up and they're just lying flat. You can put them on the palm of your hand. I can go do that now. I can go put 14 socks in my hand and take a photo. Anyway, I am actually done for the night. That was my last trip. Also, chat, my food's around the corner. $14 socks would make quite the tower. Hey, Smoothie. Bad timing. Yeah. But you could manage. It's two side-by-side socks in a stack of 7. You could do it. Anyway. I'm gonna go eat. Thank you so much for tuning in, chat. I do appreciate it. We'll continue this tomorrow and Silk Song. So, yeah. If you're checking this out later on the VODs channel, thank you for sticking around to the end and bearing through the food talk. Leave a like if you feel like it, and we'll do more next time.